I felt so dirty, but like it just felt so good, you know? Oh, hey, Derek.
In the last episode, our group ate dinner with Oscar, went to bed, and left in the morning. Everything was peachy, and they're happy they made a new friend. Just kidding, Oscar turned out to be more of a creep than the guys anticipated after Ironhammer and Felix found his hidden collection of animal heads in the cellar. During that time, Topknot and Trip led Oscar to the Astral, where the hermit cut a few pieces off the creature. Telling the two travelers that the Astral is hundreds of years old, he also took the pink film off the beast's eye sockets and gave it to Topknot. Getting more and more suspicious of each other, the night eventually came to a head after Oscar consumed parts of the Astral and learned that the two hill dwarves were skulking around downstairs. After witnessing the small man transform into a polar bear at the dining table, our boys made quick work of the pseudo-lycanthrope. Now a day later, the sun is coming up as we get ready to leave the log cabin and head toward the end of the trail, as well as the end of Garamond. Welcome back to Retrograde, a D&D campaign by Fudged Roll. I'm your host, Derek Day, and joining me today, we have Andrew Akers,
Arrivederci,
Ty Sheets,
up, bitches,
Jesse Wagner, and a very, very special birthday boy, Ian Jones.
Hello.
Hey, happy birthday.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I think that's the first time I've really heard Ty swear, and I kind of want to cut it.
It just felt so unnatural.
It felt like my uncle like slapping me almost. Do we want to sing Ian happy birthday, or is that copyrighted still?
I don't think anything's changed since the last time.
Like the Friday's happy birthday. Happy
birthday. Happy birthday. Happy.
We're going to need some practice.
How do you say happy birthday in Chinese?
Well, no. Shanra Kuala.
All right. Shanra Kulung to you.
Thank you.
Shiny cold.
Oh, that's not close at all.
All right. So, yeah, we're going to leave it where we left last game. You guys pretty much just went to bed. Well, I guess I can ask you guys, is there anything you want to do after dismembering the polar bear, or do you want to just go straight to bed?
Did I find anything of interest in the bookcase? Anything else of interest?
No. It was pretty much just general history and stuff.
I think I was doing a search around the house as well for anything of value. I don't remember if I said that last game. I feel like I did, but I could be wrong.
If you want to roll me an investigation.
15.
Taking a look, you pretty much found the most important thing you think you could find, that pamphlet that Gwen gave him. Besides that, just general supplies, maybe a couple knives or that you can find, but nothing that really.
How about any cash, cold hard cash, any dough, simoleons, moolah?
Yeah, we can say he had 25 gold and
Heck yeah, he did.
50 silver pieces. You can find that rummaging through the countertops.
All right, I'm just going to pocket it.
Okay.
Ooh, I want to pick up any other scrap metal and just anything else that I can find around the house to use in my creations.
Okay, I'll say you can find 3 pieces of scrap metal and some copper wiring.
That's it then for me.
So we have a long rest then?
Yes, if you guys are ready to head out, I'll give you guys a long rest.
Should we take any rations or anything with us? Any of the meat that's here? Anything we can pack?
I've already taken the wine.
Yeah, Ironhammer, how many bottles do you think you can fit?
Well, I don't know. I put 10 in the cart, and then I put 5 on the table. Did those 5 on the table get broken when the table flipped?
Yeah, and plus those were pretty much empty as is.
No, I took 5 from the back and then put them on the table.
Oh, yeah, those would be broken by now.
Shit, all right. Is there any more wine in the back? I put 10 in the cart.
Yeah.
No, I would say after taking him out, you pretty much just ran him clean.
Okay, then I'm happy with the 10 I got.
Is there any salted or smoked meats?
Of course there is.
Yeah, I'm going to take whatever I can fit in my pack.
I think we should all take as much as we can, just in case.
Yeah, I'd give you all 2 days rations.
Also, Derek, you said that they were just wildflowers in the basement. None of them had any kind of use to them.
You may imagine they might have had some kind of use if they were ground up. However, in this stamped state, there's really not much left.
Okay, so they're useless at this point.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
It'd kind of be like trying to chip away at paint at this point. Also, one quick question. In this hut, how does everybody sleep?
I took the bed.
I would have just curled up with any clean looking pelts or anything. Kind of done the same with the pelts as I did with Pom Pom before I knew he was a person.
I'd imagine you probably slept on the bearskin rug then.
Yeah.
Just sprawled out.
That sounds
I
good.
was pretty drunk. I probably just like curled up in a corner.
Yeah, I just curled up in the corner.
Garamond probably slept next to Iron Hammer.
My boy.
So we'll say it's bright and early now. Sun is just starting to come up as you guys wake up inside of Oscar's cabin.
Ironhammer, did you say that Garamond is leaving us today?
I don't know. Garamond. Is he awake?
No, he is heavily snoring.
I'll convince him to stay.
You say this as his giant left arm is just pushed against you, pinning you into the corner.
Oh, buddy, one bit.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely seems to have taken a liking to you.
Yeah, I mean, who hasn't? Come on.
So if you guys are all set, you can grab the Astral from behind those bushes and head back out on the trail.
Felix, can you turn into a horse again? That was pretty cool.
No.
Yes, I can turn into a horse again. So I'm going to turn into a horse again and get ready to move out, I guess.
Okay. And that lasts, about an hour or so?
You can stay in B shape for 1 hour before reverting back to your normal form. But I can do it twice per long rest.
Yeah, we'll say for the first hour, Felix is now dragging the cart with the Astral inside for about an hour. You guys notice over the coming miles that the ice and snow start to melt from the landscape as you see the greenery become more lush as you enter the mainland. After using his wild shape, Felix becomes hill dwarf again as you guys walk for a couple more hours.
As we're walking, can I study the pamphlet a little bit more? The one that I got at Oscar's place. I just want to see if there's anything that I can learn from it. Just the way that the sentences are structured. If they're similar to something that I'm familiar with, that maybe I can, how they have the where things are written in code. You can guess which one is the, and you could try to put letters where the is.
Do you want to roll me wisdom?
Yeah. Natural 1.
I wasn't going to give you much, but now I don't know what I can give you.
You've lost intelligence. You actually get dumber.
I just have a migraine now.
Roll me a Constitution with disadvantage.
Oh, nice. 13.
Trying to take this pamphlet in over a few hours. Your head starts to hurt. It doesn't deal any damage, no lasting effects, but you think due to the throbbing pain, you have overcome the secrets to this pamphlet. You think you understand it all, but you get nothing from it.
So I basically just think this is like a pamphlet for the Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yes, you think you have outsmarted the pamphlet.
Stupid pamphlet. This is baby stuff.
I've been reading this.
I'm just going to put it away and mull over what I've learned.
Do the rest of you guys want to do anything on the trail, or are you just kind of keeping quiet?
I'm going to just constantly be keeping kind of an eye out to see if I can see anything that's worth foraging.
I was going to say the same thing. I just want to see if there's anything anywhere that we could kind of get some supplies.
I occasionally throw a cabbage into Garamond's mouth.
Hey, don't be wasting all of my food. You guys all got meat. This motherfucker didn't eat vegetables.
You guys think you have an unlimited supply of cabbages, almost like in Skyrim, don't you?
I'm just saying I saw a man eat 32 cheese wheels in half a second.
If I could have Felix and Trip roll investigations.
19.
Cool. 3.
Felix, keeping your head kind of on a swivel, you look around, but even though the snow is melting, you can't pinpoint any specific herbs, even ones that you would happen to know of. And Trip, with that roll, I'll let you choose something that you spot off the side of the trail that you could grab for your alchemy. I don't know specifically what you're looking for.
Wow, I found 10,000 gold.
Yeah, I mean, so for my alchemy, it's I just need 5 gold pieces worth of alchemy supplies.
You could find like stones or rubies or that any like
Rubies
something
lying on the side of the road.
Yeah, like just a valuable rock or something.
You know, the wild snow ruby.
I'll say, even though it's still the snow's pretty heavy still, you can spot, we'll say, a ripped pouch off the side of the trail containing a couple of alchemic ingredients, salt, iron, purified water, just some general supplies that you can run and fetch.
Can I grab it and then make one of my potions?
Yeah, that's fine. You still have plenty of time on the trail. We'll say you can do that on the way. So after a few more hours, you all, looking around, you see that you are just surrounded by greenery. The grass is growing. There's flowers. There's trees with actual leaves on them now. You seem to have almost entirely exited the area of Illuminate. In front of you, you spot a wooden rickety bridge. Underneath is a stream. And on the other side of the land, you can spot a forked trail. To the left, you know, based off the map, would lead to the Hanami Forest, and to the right would lead to the Oasis. As you guys approach the bridge, Garamond looks over at Iron Hammer and says,
"I'm sorry, but it's my time. This is where we depart.
Where are you going, friend?
Back to where I belong.
Where is that?
The snow. I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but there's none around us."
All right, fair enough. I give him a bottle of wine as a parting gift. Remember me, Garamond?
He immediately uncorks it and downs the entire thing.
Nice. I give him a fist bump.
He gives it back to you and burps. He says,
"Thank you.
Call me if you ever need anything."
He'll give you the phone signal.
Nice.
If you ever return, just know you have a friend."
Well, will do, buddy. You're my new best friend.
Unfortunately for the other three, all you guys hear is just a screaming battle back and forth as they're having a heartfelt conversation. And with that, Garamond will depart.
Before he goes, I'm going to go.
With a fat tear in his right eye, it slowly falls as he looks at Top Knot, screams right back. He waves, and then he walks away.
Fades off into the sunset. We've lost a true friend today.
Yeah, I felt a lot safer with him around.
Even though he didn't help us at all.
Right.
We're at the T in the road.
Yes. You're at the fork in the road. You can easily...
So we've crossed the bridge?
Yeah, you guys can easily cross the bridge. It's rickety, takes a couple minutes, but right now, to the left is the Hanami, to the right is the Oasis.
I want everyone to know that Felix looks visibly terrified while he walks across the bridge.
I pat him on the head and give him a carrot.
Just the normal hill dwarf Felix, you're going to give him a carrot?
Yes.
Okay.
Do I have carrots? Were there carrots in the cart, or is it just all cabbages?
There was one carrot.
I give it to Felix.
Felix, I didn't really imagine you being one of who would be scared of anything.
I'm terrified of water.
Is that why you're always peeing it out?
Yep. I don't want it in my body.
Do you not know how to swim?
No.
You don't really need to know how to swim, and you can turn into a fish.
Truth.
But you'd still be scared of water, just as a fish.
Just as a fish. It'd be
A
an
fish scared of
existential
water. That'd be so sad.
That really sucks. I'm sorry that you don't know how to swim.
It's all right. Some of us weren't raised with the same kind of privileges as others.
Yeah. You're probably right.
I don't realize that you're maybe insinuating me.
No, I'm just...
I think we decided we're going toward Hanami Forest, right? And then we're cutting down to Promises?
Yeah,
Yeah, so I guess we're making a left here, right?
Right, left.
My right, my left, your left.
Everybody's left.
Left, right?
All right. We go left, right?
Left. We go right.
Yes.
Right.
Right. Let's go straight.
We go left toward Hanami.
Okay. Iron Hammer's already swimming, apparently.
Yes. And my 100 pounds of plate armor.
Wait a minute. We're level 4 now, right?
Yes. Sir.
Sweet. I now have swimming speed when I change into it.
You're scared of water.
Yeah, but when I turn into a wild shape, I know how to swim.
But you're still scared.
Yeah.
People can get over their fears.
Immersion therapy.
So I thought we were just crossing a bridge, right?
Yeah.
And then the trail continues.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're on land.
Yes.
Okay.
That's up to you.
I don't want to swim if I don't have to. I'm just gonna follow the trail.
Top Knot, do you want to roll me a perception?
Heck yeah, I do. All right. Yeah, I rolled a natural 2. So 6.
You guys notice that this, just going off the trail and looking at the map, you can tell that this path is probably your shortest to get to your next destination. It's a pretty clear day. Top Knot, you kind of look around to admire you're away from all the snow and ice. When you look to the east, you can spot the large crag that you guys had encountered earlier. And you look up and you can see the huge cloud storm above you, but that's all you can spot.
How far is that cloud storm from where we are?
It's still, I'd say a couple miles away, but it's just so large in the sky, you almost feel like you're right on top of it.
Wow, I'm gonna point it out.
Guys, I think that's the way to Cirrus. We're a lot closer than I thought we were.
There was when we saw that crag before, was there a way around it?
When you first entered Cirrus, you guys were technically at the center of the crag. So at that time, you just pictured something going across the entire landscape.
Mm-hmm.
From the angle you have now, you can see it's very large, but you can walk around it.
So presumably, if we walk toward it, make a left, hang around the crag, and then continue on, Bromnesses will be just a little bit past that.
Exactly, yes.
Does it look like we can get the cart through?
As far as you know, because you're just on the trail, but you don't know what else is coming up after this.
Guys, it looks like we're a lot closer than I thought we were. We could maybe even get there in the next day or so. We can maybe even get there today if it's only a couple miles away.
Run.
So now because Felix is no longer a horse, who's pulling the cart or pushing it?
Whoever chooses to.
I think it's Top Knot's turn.
Rock, paper, scissors.
That's a pretty big cart, and I'm a pretty small person.
I mean, we're all pretty small people.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
I want to walk over and try to push the cart.
Roll me a strength.
Natural 18, -1, 17.
Wow.
Pick it up with one hand.
It's downhill.
Yeah, Trip, I don't know what you expected, but Top Knot walks up, takes the cart, and pushes it with such ease that he almost falls over on himself. He has a lot more strength hidden than you thought he did.
He added in a little guy, little one.
Yeah, I surprise myself sometimes. Yeah, this cart ain't nothing but a thing.
Shut up.
So are you guys going to the end of the trail, or are you cutting in before you reach the end?
As we're traveling, can we continue to see the clouds off to our right?
Yeah. As you keep traveling down the trail, it ends up kind of swerving to the right, so you're like circling around the clouds, but you can see it the entire time.
Yeah, I'm cool with continuing down the path.
Yeah, I'm gonna pipe up and say, hey, Top Knot, isn't the Hanami Forest where you said you pushed Scarlet?
Yeah, it was. That's where he threw the card in too. Chris.
I hope Chris is still alive.
Yeah, I didn't really think a lot about that.
Well, we need to keep it in mind. Maybe if we see anyone, we can ask them if they've seen Scarlet. He's a pretty recognizable person.
That's a really good point. Like with the white hair and everything. So
He's
yeah,
a fucking freak.
Yeah, we should definitely do that.
After a few more hours, we'll say it's afternoon sometime.
As we're walking again, I want to pull out the pamphlet and say,
So I think I figured this thing out. It's yeah. You guys probably saw me reading it like for a little bit. I think it's a romance novel.
A romance novel.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't read through the whole thing yet, but I kind of have like a brief gist of everything.
Oh, care to explain while we walk?
Yeah.
so, and I'm just gonna flip through the book and because I think that I understand what it is.
Yeah. So it's about two humans and they love each other, but the one guy is into some weird stuff, and so he has this place. He calls himself the Dungeon Daddy, and he takes the girl into this place and does all these different weird things, but she's cool with it.
No, he don't. Oh, she's always cool with it. Listen, she's always cool. It's not weird.
50 Shades of Dungeon.
I was going to say, is this 30 Shades of Scarlet?
That's what I was just about to say. I was gonna turn to Trip, and then I was gonna say,
but some of the stuff in here, I don't understand. Trip, do you know what anal fisting is?
How old are you again?
I'm like 200 and something.
Okay. I think Felix might know a little bit more about that.
It's probably true.
Felix lives on his own in the woods. He doesn't do a whole lot of anal fisting.
I mean, you could self-insertion.
You get bored out there by yourself.
Yeah, it's just there's this one part in here I don't really understand where they're talking about anal fisting. Do you know what that is?
I'm going to turn to Ironhammer and say, you're a man of God.
How does that help?
I'll tell you when you're older.
I'm like, wait, is it a bad thing? Punching? It's like when you punch someone in the butt?
Yeah, it's exactly like that. It's when you take your hand and you punch someone in the butthole. Really hard.
She's okay? She's okay with that?
She's always okay with it.
Anyway, I think it's really weird that Gwen gave Oscar this book when he was little. But maybe he didn't know how to read it. I mean, that's what he said. So maybe she didn't know what it was either. I mean, he said that she found it in the cave. Maybe
it was a diary and the Astral was the Dungeon Daddy.
What'd you say? It could have been a diarrhea because of all the anal fisting. Well, I'm going to look into this a little bit more and maybe I can figure out, what the ending's like. Hopefully it's a happy one.
Everyone loves a happy ending.
That's what I'm saying.
Since we're in the Hanami forest.
I think these two are really in love, so I'll let you guys know what happens.
You haven't finished reading the pamphlet?
No, I'm only a little into it.
10-page pamphlet?
Yeah, but it's a different language.
Maybe it finishes in the sequel, the book I found earlier.
Did you guys hear something?
Oh, fuck you.
It must have been the wind.
It's a weird noise in the wind.
So you guys travel for a couple more hours. The path ends up coming to an end as you reach the northeastern coast of, Muldoon. As you look out past the water, you can see the cherry blossom trees of the Hanami forest. What you also notice is that the Hanami forest is not just a forest, it's also an island. And the only way to reach it is to find your way across, whether that be by boat, swimming, rafting. Sorry, Felix, I did not know that was going to be one of your flaws. I had no idea. But when you get to the coast, you notice that there is a harbor built off the end with various number of small boats and a cottage on the end of the dock.
On our side.
Yes, on your side.
Well, we don't need to cross, right? I mean, aren't we staying on the continent, or are we going back toward Bromnes's?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking my companions because we're not on a different island.
No, you're still on the mainland. To get to the Hanami forest, you have to cross to the island.
Right, but we're not heading toward Hanami, right?
Yeah, it's whatever you guys choose to do.
So,
if you guys just... I'm sorry.
I do have a question actually for you. So you said you pushed Scarlet through a portal.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like you or someone mentioned that he was shrinking another portal to go with him?
Yeah, that's how everything started. He was shrinking the portal to Bromnus' house.
So
And then
that means the portal's still over in the Hanami forest.
I watched him put the portal in his pocket, but I don't know what he would have done with it at that point.
Do you think that he may have used the portal? Do you see him being that type of person?
Well, then if he did, he would have just wound up back at Bromnus's. I don't know. I think.
Did I know he had growth potions too? I don't remember.
No. He would have gotten them from Winray. So you knew he had the shrink one, but you had no idea about the growth.
But I could get, I mean, I've seen these shrink potions, like, it's not permanent.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, the portal has probably got to be in Hanami then, because the potions don't stick around for very long. And, oh man, he could have wound up back at Bromnus's. Do you think something could have happened to Bromnus?
Bromnus is a bro.
I feel like you guys said that the relationship between Scarlet and Bromnus was good.
I don't know. I don't know if we think that, because we were pretty suspicious of that whole interaction with the two of them.
You can imagine it turned out fine since they went fishing and then ended up cooking.
Yeah, but then Bromnus was like, "Oh, what happened to me? What is this?"
That too, but Bromnus has no idea.
Yeah.
But you could imagine whatever you want to.
You guys just knew that Scarlet killed people. You didn't know anything else, so.
Well, we know that he tried to kill people. The only person we only saw him kill this girl named Petal. But she was pretty much dead anyway.
It doesn't count.
Yeah, he just put her out of her misery.
No, he wanted to he took her head off. He was using it as like a trophy, and then
As a sick puppet.
I didn't see that part. I don't think.
No, I just made that up.
I don't think that happened.
I don't know. I mean, we don't know where in the forest the portal could be. Like, it's a needle in a haystack, but we know where Bromnus' hut is. So it would make more sense to go there, especially if he could be in trouble.
Plus, now that we're out of the snow, this astral is going to start stinking soon. So I think we should take the most direct route.
Yeah, because we're going to have to take this astral back to King DuPont either way, and Bromnus is on the way.
And Poobah. All right, let's do it.
So we're going to cut inland toward the clouds.
Okay, got it. So you guys come to the edge of the coast, but decide to push the trip to Hanami to a different time, just to sort everything else out first. So instead, you cut down south. There's no trail anymore. So whoever is leading, could you roll me a nature check?
Ooh, am I still pushing the cart?
If you choose to.
Yeah, I'll read more of my pamphlet later. So I'm still going to attempt to struggle to push the cart. I think more than one of us should be doing this. just because it'll make sense.
Realistically, I think you'd need more than one person.
I don't know. He rolled pretty high.
Iron Hammer, help me. You're pretty strong.
I cast guidance on him and say,
It's not what I meant.
we all have things we have to struggle through in life.
This is my penance.
I say that cryptically, and I cast guidance.
It's not what I meant, but okay.
Are you going to make me roll again?
Yeah, if you want the guidance bonus.
11.
Yeah, it takes a lot longer than you would expect it to. Even Top Knot's kind of wondering why he's the one leading everybody through the forest.
Oh, I'm just pushing. I don't need to be leading.
Oh, with the roll, I'm kind of giving you that title, but you're able to successfully maneuver your way through the bushes and the trees. We'll say it's probably a couple hours, maybe about 6, 7 o'clock. The sun is starting to go down.
Wow, whole day. At some point, we're going to stop to eat.
Also, Felix, like, if we take a short rest, can you just turn into a horse again? You're muted. Felix, you're mute.
Yeah, so I still have one, like, I can turn to a horse one more time, and then if we take a short rest, then I can get 2 more times.
You could have been a horse this whole time. I've been pushing.
Only for an hour.
Don't you feel more fulfilled now, though?
No, I feel tired.
Yeah, but a fulfilling tired.
Guys, we need to stop. I need to take a break and eat and rest.
Since it's getting to be dark, well, we're probably just gonna call it quits for the evening at this point.
Yeah, that's fine. If somebody wants to roll me, we'll say a survival check.
I got a 14.
Yeah, Felix is able to spot a pretty good location to pack up for the night. You guys still probably have a couple hours until you even reach Bromness's. We'll say you guys find kind of like a little divot in the forest. No buildings or anything, but it gives you enough space to be able to stand guard if something comes by. And you guys can make a little bit of a camp. Is there any... what would you guys like to eat? Is there anything you would like to do during your rest?
Do I have any vegetables left?
Plenty.
I'm going to make another soup.
I'm gonna down one of my rations.
Okay.
I pop open a bottle of wine.
I'm just gonna kind of go up to the side and think about things.
Okay.
Ominous. Is there any way? I no longer have the metal that I was using that was mask shaped. But out of any of the scraps and anything that I've gathered, is there any way that I can try to create the gas mask that I was trying to make before?
Yeah, if you can roll me a tinker check.
Do you need me to do anything with... I have smith's tools. Do you need me to metalwork anything first?
I'll say give me two tinkering checks.
2 tinkers? Okay.
2 tinkers.
15 on the first, 15 on the second.
After consuming your ration of some meat that you grabbed from Oscar's kitchen, you're able to bend the scrap sheet metal.
I'm thinking not a full mask, but just something that goes over my face, because I have my glasses anyway. Something that goes over my mouth, I mean.
Yeah, you can easily make one that fits kind of like a half-face mask. And then with your other tinkering check, you can create some kind of, we'll say, strap that loops around your ears that will protect you from any noxious gas or fumes.
Very nice. Very stylish.
I want to say, too, before I left What's-His-Face's house, I grabbed my hat from where I was hanging it.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't want to leave that there. Right. I wouldn't have forgotten that.
Yeah, we can assume you took that. Trip, do you want to roll me a Constitution?
9.
After your conversation with Topknot trying to unravel this mystery of who you are, where you came from, you take some time to yourself and step aside. As I said, the sun is starting to go down. It's starting to get a little chilly. The wind's picking up, and the breeze is distracting in a way, but peaceful because it sort of drowns out the voice in your head. But right now, it's starting to really take over.
What?
Felix, what kind of soup were we making?
What kind of vegetables do I got?
Cabbage.
Just cabbage?
Yeah.
Cabbage
Then
soup.
I made a cabbage soup.
It's not even soup. It's just cabbage and
Cabbage
hot
and
water.
No,
Wild cabbage.
I took a little bit of the wine that Iron Hammer had and poured it in my soup.
I'll say you can grab a couple of wild mushrooms too and just add a little bit of a kick.
Oh yeah.
I usually think of mushrooms as having a kick.
Well, it depends on the kind of kick you're thinking about.
Well, okay, fair enough.
Ty, did you want to do anything else?
So, I mean, I'm off to the corner now. Is anyone really like looking at me at all? Paying any attention? I know Felix is cooking. Everyone's all kind of doing their own little thing.
At this point, I'm still crafting, I imagine.
So this whole entire time, I've been carrying 2 swords that I haven't really touched at all. But I want to just take out the one sword just off in the corner and just kind of hold it and just like examine it. It's the big black sword.
Oh, right. Yeah, make sure you don't prick yourself with that thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Iron Hammer, are you just getting fucked up for the night?
Nah, I need to make it last. I only drink 1 bottle of wine.
But it's your birthday.
It's Iron Hammer's birthday.
Is it? Isn't it?
To be fair, I do have an open bottle of wine on my counter right now, but it's also 7:30 a.m.
You also have 200 years of birthdays to catch up on.
That's true.
Roll the wisdom.
Yeah, but I
check.
only have 10. I only got 10 bottles of wine. Who, me?
Yes.
My wisdom's pretty high. Okay, it's not that high. 7.
At this point, it's been so long, you're not really sure when your birthday is, so it could be today.
How many days of the year are in this place?
Yeah, Derek. What day of the week is it?
Yeah.
So
How long is a year?
Well, it's Thursday right now. I'd say there's 500 days of summer. Sorry.
Damn, 500 days of summer. How many days are the other seasons?
2. No, we'll say there's 500 days.
502 days.
There's 500 days in this year.
I mean, I got a pretty good chance of it not being my birthday.
Right, but there could be a chance of it being your birthday too.
I got to make this stuff last. I'm going to spend some time brewing more atmosphere as well with my brewing kit.
Okay. I'll say you guys, again, spend your nights working on your own interests. You're able to sleep peacefully and wake up in the morning. It's still pretty early, same as yesterday, maybe about 5 or 6.
I'm going to finish reading my pamphlet once I'm finished with my crafting for the night.
Okay. Yeah, Top Knot reads until he falls asleep with the pamphlet over his face. And the sun starts to come up as it wakes the 4 of you from your slumber.
Oh man, I had the weirdest dreams.
Oh yeah, what about?
It was about this book I've been reading.
Were you getting anally fisted?
No one was punching me. I finished the book and I thought it was going to be all romantic and stuff, but it ended. It was kind of just sad.
What happened?
Well, so the guy did a bunch of stuff that he probably shouldn't have, because the girl was like, "Hey, you shouldn't do that," and then he did it anyway, and it was bad. He tried to apologize, and he was also a bard, so he was playing music and stuff outside of her window. And then I was thinking, oh, she's gonna come out and everything will be good. But then she came out and she just smacked him across the face. She said, "You can't get away with that stuff, mister." And then that was it.
What kind of stuff did he try to get away with?
He was I don't know. He was bullying her, I guess. I don't know.
Is this a real life experience?
No, I'm just trying to do the plot for 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh.
But then I was adding the jukebox outside, the say anything, but it didn't end like that.
So there's one thing I came across, and I was going to send it to the group in the D&D chat, but it was by D&D memes, and it was how the bard got introduced to the story, and it just says it all started with a particularly violent hand job. I feel like
I saw
that's
that the other day.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the morning, who is going to take the reins today?
Felix is going to turn into a horse.
Thank you.
Horse Felix, would you like to roll me a perception?
20.
After eating that carrot yesterday, your eyesight has increased. Now as the horse pulling along the astral, you're just gliding majestically through this forest as you spot a hut just up ahead.
Is there anything special about the hut?
There is a stream to the left of it.
Okay. Does it look like there's a shack behind it?
There is.
Is it Bromness's hut?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to approach Bromness's hut.
We'll say at this point it takes a little over an hour. So by the time the 4 of you reach the tree line behind his hut, Felix, you are now a hill dwarf again.
We made it.
So I think everyone should also notice that there isn't any holes in his hut. Just putting that out there.
Do we notice a horse and a dog?
I was going to say, are Tank and Tank 2 still here?
And Toad.
Is Toad still hiding in the field?
So the shed, you still spot Tank and Tank 2 tied up with your wagon off to the side. However, there is no sight of Toad.
I'm going to yell Tank and Tank 2, and I'm going to run up them and embrace them both.
Ironhammer, can you roll me a perception?
24.
You spot Felix darting towards your animal companions, but with a quick turn of your head to your left, coming across the bridge, you see a group of 4, I'll say, rough-looking individuals.
Mercenaries.
I guess you could picture, let's say, a biker gang with early versions
without the bikes.
With bikes. Because I thought about this. What they're riding.
Square wheels.
What they're riding is called a Velocipede.
Oh Velocipede.
It's an early version of the bike where it doesn't have pedals, and instead you have to run and then lift your feet up so the wheels have momentum, almost like a Fred Flintstone-esque bike.
It's like what the Amish use.
Yeah.
Like an Amish scooter.
Yeah,
Like a penny farthing.
it's like an elliptical, but like it moves.
Yeah, so four of them are approaching from the bridge, heading towards the hut.
Are they making motorcycle noises?
But they don't know what it means.
That is such a cool contraption. Do you think they made it themselves?
Nah, these guys don't look smart enough to make it themselves.
Oh my gosh, I want to learn about this.
Let's be sneaky. Let's hide behind the hut. I'm gonna tell Felix hey, Felix, come here.
Do you think they could be mean with a thing like that?
Felix is going to come here.
Let's lay low behind this hut and see what happens. There's the people coming. Spooky happenings afoot.
You know, Iron Hammer, it's the weirdest thing. It seems like your accent, it's just not as strong today. Are you feeling okay?
It's just the mornings. What time is it in game?
Probably about 8 a.m.
Yeah, it's just the mornings.
And just for me.
And yeah.
Just so I see my companions hiding.
Yeah, right now the four of you are behind the hut. We'll say the scooter gang is approaching and they are nearing the front of Bromnus's hut.
Do they look mean?
They look rough.
We probably look pretty rough too. It's been a while since we've showered last, guys.
Now, as they're approaching Bromnus's hut, can I make out whether or not they're looking like menacing, like they're coming to do like hood rat stuff, or?
Roll a perception.
I just want to do hood rat things with my friends.
23.
I wouldn't say they look menacing. However, they have their heads on a swivel as they approach the shed. They set their velocipedes down and walk up to Tank and start to undo his rope.
Felix is going to
speak
jump
up and
out.
say, "Hello, friends."
What do you think? Oh,
You can both say it. You can both say it at the same time.
Simultaneously. What do you think you're doing? Hello, friends.
what the fuck do you think you're doing?
It's so hard to edit. Please no. All four of them drop what they're doing, and do you guys jump out from behind, or are you just saying?
Stay hidden.
I'm going to jump out from behind and just kind of slowly make my way over towards them.
Felix
look
jumped
over at
out
Iron Hammer.
and did not slowly make it over.
Okay.
I'm looking at Iron Hammer for like some kind of cue, some kind of clarification.
What do we do?
I give him a shush symbol. We're going to lay low.
That's like the 20th time you've told me to shut up on this trip.
No, but this time I mean it.
Trip and Felix jump out. Felix a little more aggressive as the four ruffians drop what they're doing, and they all look over, and the one in the front says, "Hey, how's it going?"
Going pretty good here. See you untying this here dog here.
Yeah,
What's going on with that?
Why you leave me alone?
You know, I mean, what I say, I heard is, not my horse, not my problem. That's what I say. So it's not your horse. So get out the way.
Exactly. Yeah. Fuck off. What about you? Looking at
What the fuck
Felix.
just happened?
Looking at Felix. Yeah, Felix is visibly angry. He's like, "What are you doing to my horse?"
Things just got real New York in here.
I need your next character to be that. That was incredible.
I'm
Now,
walking
that's
here.
solely based off of the drinking out of cups video. So
All right. So Felix, what did you last say?
The fuck do you think you're doing with my horse?
I'd say it looks like we're grabbing a horse. What do you mean your horse?
Do you speak common, dickhead? It's mine.
Not that we heard of. We'll be taking this and we will be on our way.
I think you heard wrong, and I don't think you're going anywhere.
I walk up to these four gentlemen, and the potion I sent you earlier, I'm gonna pull it out and just like blow a bubble with it into their face.
Okay. Right now, all four of them have their hands behind their backs. I'm pretty sure you can imagine what they're planning on doing.
Anal fisting.
Okay. Yes. Fisting themselves. Okay. So are you blowing this to the one that's speaking?
Yeah, the main one right there.
Yeah. Let me roll quick.
They have to beat a 15.
No. We'll say it's in front of you is a gruff-looking 30 to 40-year-old human, early graying. He only rolls a 13. What happens next?
Who is he looking at?
I'd say he'd be looking at you since you're approaching him.
And blowing bubbles in his face.
So he's now in love with me. So
after you blow the bubbles in his face, kind of pink hueish, they pop. He shakes off for a second and says, "Hey, how can I help you?" With a slight smile.
I'm going to turn to Iron Hammer and say,
This is exactly how my book started.
Nice. You get the rope.
Hey, boss. What's going on there?
yeah, listen here. You approaching my buddy's horse here, and you gotta let that go. It's his horse. Let him go.
Why is he talking like that?
Yeah, guys, he may be right. This may
Speaking the local parlance.
This may not be a horse.
This may not be a horse.
Boss, I don't know about that. I mean, we kind of had a job to do.
What's your job?
Who are you to question his authority? Felix is going to say aggressively.
they all just watched him get this thing blown in his face, right?
Yeah.
They did, yeah.
They're not the brightest, though. Guys, looking at the rest of the three, I think we got to finish this out. As the remaining three brandish their knives. The last one.
Are their knives made of metal?
Yes.
Are they holding their knives?
Yes, they're holding their knives.
I guess who's not holding their fucking knives anymore?
Wait. We're not just doing this.
Heat on the metal.
Yeah, the three of them are now holding knives as the fourth is starting to walk over towards Trip and will stand next to him. Listen, guys, you don't want to do this. If you guys would like to roll initiative.
Not us.
No, you were Iron Hammer.
No, we can still roll initiative. We can jump into the fight.
We don't know there's a fight happening.
We're just behind a hut listening.
Yeah, I guess we could watch it.
13.
Anyway, I rolled a 2.
4.
6.
The first one, who is denying his boss, will make 2 melee attacks against Trip. That is a 20 and a 15.
Yeah, they both do.
With his knife, he jumps out at you and stabs twice in the midsection. However, your new lover jumps out in front and takes the blows, taking 10 points of damage.
So I didn't take any.
You didn't take any. He's now laying at your feet, gasping. Did I do good?
I'm going to just kind of cradle and be like, my guy, you did a good job here.
My guy.
Next up is Trip.
I'm just going to kind of... Are the 3 people, how far away are they from us? I mean, the one guy just stabbed the guy right in front of me, but, you know.
Yeah, they're only about 5 feet away from you. They're trying to keep this as close as possible.
I'm just going to take out my health potion and kind of feed it to my guy here.
We'll say it returns him to full health. The wounds close up, but he's still laying on the ground for now. He looks up and blows you a kiss.
Say, you'll fight for me, right?
Of course I will. I won't let anybody hurt you.
Can I, before I end my turn, after I feed him, can I move back? Like move away from the fight?
Yeah, I'll say you can step back next to the hut, almost next to Top Knot.
The mercenary would get an opportunity attack.
That is only a 7 to hit, though.
He missed.
We'll say he tries to jump at you again, but you're able to quickly step back. As the second one will target Felix with an 18 and a 3 to hit.
Yeah, the first one hits.
This one, the woman leaps out at you and we'll say get you in the upper left shoulder, dealing 5 points of damage. After that, the last ruffian, a shorter one, looks almost childlike, will jump out, but with only a 10, misses Felix. And it is now Felix's turn.
I'm going to cast Flame Blade.
It feels like overkill for this poor guy.
Nope, fuck them. They want to steal my horse. They're getting the wrath of Felix. So, and doing so, I'm going to try to kill the closest ruffian, the chick that stabbed me, because that hurt.
Okay.
So 10.
No, she's able to duck out of the way as your blade swings over her head. Next up is Top Knot.
So I am suddenly able to ascertain the nature of these people. They are debt collectors, and I do not like debt collectors.
You did it on purpose, didn't you?
Huh?
Ascertain.
Yeah, I'm able to, ascertain the nature of
You don't
individuals in question.
Whoa. You don't actually think that that's how that word's pronounced, right?
Do you think there's a T at the end of ascertain?
Yeah, it's ascertain.
No, it's ascertain.
I know.
I'm gonna ask or taint it.
I have been waiting for like weeks to be able to say ascertain the nature of something, and finally I am able to say it. So, I'm going to step out from where I am around the building. And do I have a clear shot on any of these unsavory individuals?
Yes, the first one and then the third one, the smaller one.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the. Which one looks tougher at the moment?
The first guy looks the toughest. That tried to stab Trip.
I'm gonna shoot him. Yep, I'm gonna shoot him with one of my shards, my silver shard. Use my lightning stick. I rolled a natural 20.
Yep.
4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 22 points of damage.
Okay, how do you want to take him out?
Just one right between the eyes. Right between the eyes, blow out through the back of their skull.
Oh shit! Yeah, his brains fly across the dusty trail as he falls lifeless to the ground. Next up is the Trip's lover. He's just going to stand up, use his movement speed and try to back up a bit to where Trip is. And next up is Ironhammer.
How many are left?
This 2. The woman and the short one.
Have any of them been hurt already?
No, neither of them.
No, okay. No, it's okay. In that case, I'm going to step around from outside, from the back of the house, and I'm going to use Toll the Dead on the woman. So she has to make a wisdom saving throw or take damage. 13 to beat.
Not even close. That's only a 4.
Okay, cool. So she's going to take 1d8 damage, which is 7.
Can you explain what the attack looks like? It doesn't kill her.
You point at one creature you can see within range. The sound of a dolorous bell fills the air around it for a moment. So she just hears a bell and just takes necrotic damage.
I'm going to say you point at her as she hears this dull bell slowly echo into her head. It's too much for her to take as she takes 7 points of necrotic damage, and she ends up backing up a couple steps. She's kind of thrown off. We're back up to Trip. Or, sorry. No, this is the woman now. So she's able to snap out and actually rushes over to Ironhammer with a 15 and a 12 to hit.
Nope, neither hit.
She's still thrown off. She stabs you in your midsection, but your armor is just way too thick for her to pierce. As it goes back to Trip now.
Do I have enough time in my turn to pull out my crossbow and shoot it, or is that going to be an extra turn?
I'll say you could quickly load one up. You still have this woman pretty much next to you, and then the smaller ruffian a couple feet away.
I'll shoot at the one that's a couple feet away. So that's a nat 20, so 22.
Yup.
2d6, 3, so 6.
And then double that?
Yeah.
Where do you want to hit him at? How do you want to take him out?
Taking inspiration from Top Knot, hitting the guy right between the eyes, I want to do the same thing.
Brains everywhere.
Yeah, you knock the arrow into the crossbow, one-handed, line it up, take the shot. I mean, this ruffian is almost all center mass, including his head. So you easily take him out.
I'm gonna say this one's for Brucey.
Next up is Felix now, and you've just got this the one woman next to Ironhammer.
Okay, what's the distance between me? Like, can I get to her and still attack?
Yeah, it's pretty close quarters.
Letting out like just a bellow of rage. I'm gonna rush her with my flame blade and try to kill her.
Got it.
You fucked with my horse, and now you're gonna die. 12.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, sweet.
Just barely.
A win is a win, my friend. 6 plus 2 plus 6 is 14.
How do you want to do it?
Starting from the top. So I'm envisioning she's facing Ironhammer, and I'm at her back.
Yeah, her back's to you.
Starting at the top of her head, I want to slice straight down, and because it's a flame blade, it goes through like a hot knife through butter, and just 2 halves fall. But because it was a flame blade, it cauterized the wound.
Exactly.
So like, there's no blood.
It's just comical.
It's just a perfect split.
Like cutting a piece of paper. Yeah, you guys have taken out these ruffians. There's just the one remaining, but he's currently under a love spell for about an hour.
What did we just do? Are we being hunted? Why are they after us?
So, fellas, I may or may not have given the stable master this idea.
What are you talking about?
Well, when I rented Tank, I rented him for a day. And then I asked, hypothetically, what would happen if we didn't return Tank? And he's like, oh, well, what would you do? And I said that, I would hire bounty hunters. So this may or may not be my fault. This could be completely unrelated.
We just murdered a bunch of repo men.
Dude, why would you do that? I can't be on the run again.
We're not on the run anymore. They're dead.
Someone's gonna come looking for them.
No, they're not. Look at them. Obviously, no one loves them.
Well,
why would you do this?
Trip loves one of them. One of them loves Trip anyway.
Did you want a horse? But did you want a horse?
We could have done it the right way.
This was the right way.
Stealing a horse and killing people was the right way?
I didn't steal the horse. I paid for the horse. I didn't know how long we were going to be gone.
Well, obviously, those people didn't think, oh my God, this is bad. We can't go back to New Haven.
I'll just pay for the rest of the horse. It's okay. He's going to be thrilled to see his horse again.
The last ruffian standing next to Trip just starts laughing, not maniacally, just like, use one smart apple. He looks at Top Knot and points at Felix and says, this guy's got everything down.
See, like, this guy believes in me. I wish you were as confident in my intelligence as this man I just met. How many times have I gotten you out of situations?
Times have you gotten us in situations? This wouldn't have happened if not for you.
We wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for me.
I'm not so happy about murdering repo men.
I didn't say you were safe. I just said you were right.
We're safe and right.
God, what the fuck is wrong with you, Felix?
Listen, I it's gonna be okay. Like, you need to take a chill pill. I'm gonna reach into my bag and rummage around and see if I have any special mushrooms.
I'm gonna, like, underneath my breath, but kind of loud so that everyone can hear. And he thought Scarlet was bad.
Ooh, dissension in the ranks.
Wait, did we hear that?
I mean, I kind of said it loudly, but not loud. Like, I wasn't like, I was like, you thought Scarlet was bad. I was like, just kind of softly, but if someone was listening.
I don't know if I heard it. I'm so angry, I probably didn't.
I mean, yeah, if the three of you guys want to roll perception real quick.
4 plus 4, 8.
13.
My perception was 11. Do you want me to roll to see if I have any special mushrooms in my pack?
I mean, we can say you still have a couple that you picked up from the forest, but only Ironhammer heard Trip say that little dig. But yeah, Felix, we'll say you have like 3 mushrooms left.
I'm going to hand one to Top Knot and say, here, eat this and calm down.
I just slap it away. I slap his hand too.
I don't want your shit. I want you to make better choices.
All right, Dad.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
The remaining ruffian is going to try to take Trip's hand and say, where we going next?
Trip, how long does this thing last?
An hour.
Does it look like Bromnus is home? Did we just murder these people in his yard?
Yeah.
He's going to come out looking?
No, you would imagine somebody would have come out by now.
What are we going to do?
Can I go over and look at the bodies and see if there's anything of note on them?
Yeah, if you want to roll me an investigation.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to step away and just kind of start pacing and keep a wary eye on the trail that they had come up on, looking for other people.
23.
Top Knot, for now, you don't see anything. You'd imagine even if they do send more, this is probably the first round. They're not going to send more.
I'm just panicking that witnesses are going to arrive.
Trip. I'll say you go to inspect each of the 3 remaining bodies, and in their pockets is we'll say a slip of parchment. So you reach in, you grab a piece of parchment. Inside of each one is a logo printed on top, which you'd recognize from your first couple days as the New Haven insignia.
Yeah.
I'm going to go behind Trip, and like when he's done searching a body, I'm going to start dragging it towards the river.
I was going to say we need to get rid of the bodies. We should probably put it in the river.
Jesus.
We should bury them.
You think we should bury him?
We did just murder a bunch of repo men.
Okay, we can at least bury him. Is there, looking around Bromless's property, are there any shovels?
Bromless got some shovels.
Around the property, no, but you guys would know from being inside that he has a decent supply of tools inside and around the shed.
I'm going to go check the door.
A shovel.
Felix, you go to check the door, but the door's locked.
Are there any
Run through the
windows in the
wall.
house?
No, there are no windows. It's like I said before, it's shoddy wood, so you can kind of see in, but no windows besides just the door.
Okay. How big are the gaps in the wood? Like, what kind of animal could fit between them?
Like half the size of your palm.
So I'm going to use wild shape and turn into a mouse.
Okay.
Once I am in mouse form, I'm going to go between the cracks in the wood and entering Bromless's house. I'm going to turn back into Felix and open the door from the inside.
Yeah, I've got no problem with that. As you enter inside as the mouse, you can see it's completely empty. You don't know exactly where Bromless is, but he's obviously not here. As you turn back into Hill Dwarf sized, you can easily unlock the door, and looking around, there are a couple shovels and hose you could take.
I'm going to grab some shovels and hose and head out back to dig one big mass grave.
Okay. If you just want to roll me a survival.
Bromness is going to come home and be like, this is different.
20.
Yeah, you can pretty easily dig into the earth. It's pretty decent soil. You can just go behind his hut back into the forest and dig a decent sized crater to throw the bodies in. So at this point, there's still some blood in front of Bromness's hut and around it, but besides that, the bodies are cleaned up, and Tank and Tank 2 are still tied up to the shed.
Being the adult trying to make better decisions, I'm gonna pull up a couple buckets of water from the well and try to wash the blood away off the trail.
Okay. It's about 8:30 now, so do the 3 of you guys have anything you want to do?
Cry.
At this point next game, that ruffian is definitely going to be done with that love spell.
Then he's a witness.
So I guess,
We'll take
yeah, if everyone wants to finish, I want to do something with the ruffian before we go.
I'm just going to stare off. I'm still watching the trail that comes toward Bromness's, and I'm just thinking about all my life choices that have led me to here.
Gross.
Yeah, I'm pretty much going to end it here. Basically, you guys thought you had another ally, but at this point, you're not too sure because of your doings who you can trust. Trip, what did you have?
And I take with everyone doing what they need to do, I want to take the ruffian behind the shed, and can I pretty much look at the ruffian and pull him close? So you made a good ally, and then I want to stab him in the heart.
Sweetheart, why? He's gonna say that as his eyes furl back into the back of his head, and he slumps to the ground.
And so
That's
ends
today's
another
game,
quest
guys.
of
All
Fudge Roll.
right.
Wow,
That was so dark.
not what I expected, but
Very, very
I could have
sad.
done that differently, but you don't mess with a man's horse.
I know. That's what you did, is you messed with a man's horse.
No. He messed with my horse.
He was just horsing around.